Armstrong and welcome to Pointless the Quiz, where the more obscure your knowledge, the better your chances of winning. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Colin. This is Scott, my best mate. We're from Liverpool.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Emma. This is my boyfriend Gareth, and we're from London.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Leslie. This is my daughter Holly, and we're from Norfolk.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, this is Chris, my brother-in-law from Essex, and I'm Dan from Portsmouth.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. Very good to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Launching his trendy new venture, the Rustic Artisan Quiz Company. It's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Afternoon. That sounds fun. Gluten-free quizzing.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Lactose-free. Welcome back to Two Pairs. Dan and Chris, welcome back. Got all the way through to the head-to-head last time. Very impressive performance. It's going to be tough to beat today, I think. And Emma and Gareth, who got knocked out in round one. But I think we've not seen the best of Emma and Gareth.
There's
That's
plenty
what I think.
more.
Gareth was left with a tough board at the end of his first round.
I think he was. Thank you very much. Now, Miranda and Judith didn't win the jackpot last time, so we're adding another £1,000 to that, which means today's jackpot starts off at a princely £2,000. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. All you have to remember is this. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated, so make sure you keep your scores nice and low, nothing to worry about. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category today is UK television. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns Radio Time's greatest British TV crime dramas. Richard.
Yes, on each board we're going to show you 7 pairs of actors who appeared in one of the greatest British TV crime dramas, according to the Radio Times. You need to tell us what crime drama they appeared in together, please. We're going to give you the year that crime drama first appeared as well.
Thank you very much indeed. So we are looking for the titles of these TV crime dramas that starred these pairs of actors. And here is our first board of 7. Saran Jones and Leslie Sharp, 2011. David Suchet and Hugh Fraser, 1989. Tom Burke and Holliday Granger, 2017. Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, 2010. Derek Jacobi and Michael Culver, 1994. John Nettles and Terence Alexander, 1981. And Dennis Waterman and Amanda Redman, 2003. I'll read those pairs of actors again. Saran Jones and Leslie Sharp, David Suchet and Hugh Fraser, Tom Burke and Holliday Granger, Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, Derek Jacobi and Michael Culver, John Nettles and Terence Alexander, and Dennis Waterman and Amanda Redman. There we go. Scott, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Scott.
I come from, well, I live in Liverpool. I originally come from Paisley in Scotland. Met my mate Colin working on the floors. 2 of us lying down on the job, as per usual.
OK, stop right there. Working on the floors? What were you doing?
We were both floor layers.
Oh, I see, fine. OK, phew. It could have been anything. Working in a department store, maybe, working on the floors. But then lying down on the floor? I can't see that going down well.
I didn't go doing well with the bosses, but...
Actually laying a floor.
Done. Yeah,
I mean, you know, because if you're a bit tired, and there will come times of day, that's a post-lunch slump, for example, and you're just lying thinking, this floor's very flat. It's very... Oh, I might just put my head down while I'm doing this. Oh.
Yeah. Nice bit of carpet.
He's on that a lot, by the way.
Yeah. Now, Scott, how are we feeling about the crime dramas?
I've got an idea on a couple of them, if I'm going to be honest, but the John Nettles and Terence Alexander one is the one that sort of strikes me. I would probably go with that for Bergerac.
Bergerac?
Yeah.
Says Scott for John Nettles and Terence Alexander. Bergerac. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It's right. Down it goes to 35. Not bad at all. Good start to the show, Scott. Well done.
Nice start. Bergerac was 23rd on that list of best British TV crime dramas. He also starred in Midsummer Murders, which was 11th on that list. And even though it was a haven of criminality, the Jersey Tourist Board say it drove a huge amount of people to visit Jersey.
That's nice.
It's nice.
Everyone likes a crime.
That's
it's almost a Sunday evening kind of a crime.
Exactly that.
Oh, Thank you very much indeed. Gareth, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
It was a round one exit for you last time. Remind us all about yourself, Gareth.
So I am I work in banking and currently managing a small team on the trading floor, sort of operations support for our money market traders.
OK, and when you're not banking, what do you love to do, Gareth?
So I'm a bit of an amateur track and field athlete, do a lot of 400 metres, a bit of triple jump on the side, and...
Does that mean you train all year round for this?
Yeah, pretty much. All the way
You're
through
very
the winter
committed.
when it's snowing outside, we're there on the track.
Very good indeed. I'm very impressed by that, Gareth. Very impressed indeed. Now, Gareth, what are you going to go for here?
And I know at least one of these, so I'm going to go with the safe option and Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, which is Sherlock.
OK, see, once again, it's that word safe. Safe. I'm going to go for the safe option. Quite often means I'm going to go for a really dangerously, possibly high-scoring option. I don't know. I don't know.
I bet he doesn't do that on the trading floor.
I bet he doesn't.
Yeah.
No. Let's see. Sherlock, says Gareth. Let's see how safe this is. It's right. Nah, not too bad. 65. 65.
Yeah, came 22nd in that poll. And Sherlock's parents are played by Benedict Cumberbatch's real parents.
See, that's
in
just
Sherlock.
lovely, isn't it?
It's nice,
Yeah.
isn't it?
For the first 4 series of Pointless, all the contestants were actually my family.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Holly, welcome to Pointless.
Hi.
Lovely to have you here from Norfolk.
From Norfolk, yeah.
Tell us all about yourself, Holly.
I am a student. I've recently just finished studies.
That's it, student life done.
Unfortunately.
Did you have a lovely time?
I had a lovely time, yeah.
Can you remember what you were studying?
Think it might have been journalism.
See, that's fun. Oh,
Yeah,
the
a lot of
party
fun.
just continues,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, 24/7.
And are you going to be going on into journalism? It would seem like a
fingers crossed.
sensible
Yeah.
route to take. Nothing yet sorted.
No.
Are you going to take a year off or something? Or...
It depends how the job hunting goes. If I don't
Okay.
get something that I really like, then I'll go home,
OK.
work at home for a bit.
OK, very good. Set up a local... I missed that little look from Leslie there. You could maybe just set up a little in-house journal at
Yeah,
home.
I'll start my own one.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Fine.
Very good. OK, Holly, what are you going to go for on our board here?
It's really frustrating because I watch a lot of crime drama, but I can't think of the name of any of these. So I'm going to take a guess, and not a good guess. I'm going to go for the Saran Jones one, and I'm going to say The Good Cop.
The Good Cop.
Yeah.
So when you say you're going to take a guess,
I'm gonna
you
make
mean
it for- yeah.
I'm going to make up the name of a show? OK, good. The Good Cop. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said The Good Cop.
Wow.
I'm sorry, an incorrect answer there, Holly. That scores you 100 points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good cop, bad answer. There is a US show actually called The Good Cop, but certainly doesn't star Saran Jones and Leslie Sharp.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Dan, welcome back. Good to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself.
So I'm a counter-extremism training officer for a local authority, which is about preventing people being drawn into extremism, behaviours like that.
It must be an extraordinary job, that. How did
Yeah.
you end up getting into it?
Used to work, do a lot of stuff around anti-racism and stuff like that, and so, yeah, it just changes all the time, so it keeps me on my toes, I think.
I bet. Very interesting indeed. Now then, Dan, this board is all yours. Do you want to talk us through it and dazzle us with your crime drama knowledge?
There's no dazzling. In the back of my head somewhere are the titles, but I can't think of the first one. I think the bottom one, something like Still Kicking is coming to mind, but I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go for the second one down, which I think is Poirot.
OK, Poirot, says Dan. Let's see. Is that Poirot, the David Suchet and Hugh Fraser? Let's find out. How many people said Poirot? It is Poirot. 56. Not bad at all. Slightly lower than I was expecting that. 56 for Poirot.
Yeah, it came 8th in the poll, that did, just actually one place below the Joan Hickson Miss Marple series as well. Do you know in that David Suchet series, they did every single Agatha Christie novel or short story that featured Poirot. Did every single one of them. Amazing, isn't it?
Incredible.
Shall we fit in
I think we should.
our board? Saran Jones and Leslie Sharp. Know that one?
Scott and Bailey.
Brilliant, Scott and Bailey. Would have scored you 17. A more modern one, this Tom Burke and Holiday Granger,
Can't remember what that
based on the J.K. Rowling novels, the Robert Galbraith novels, Strike. It was called.
There we are.
Well done if you said that. 5 points. Derek Jacobi.
His brother Cadfile. Cadfile.
Cadfile, yep, but would have scored 11. And you're not far off with still kicking. It's the right idea. New tricks.
I was about to say old dogs. Sorry, new tricks. Old, yes.
That
there
was
we
scored
are.
24. Best answer on the
tricks.
board there was strike. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. The best score of that pass was yours, Scott. Very well done indeed. 35 there. Then we travel up to 56, where we find Dan and Chris. 65, where we find Gareth and Emma. And then I'm sorry, Holly and Leslie. There you are on 100. Anything might happen in the next pass, Leslie, but let's have a low score from you to try and keep you in the game. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more pairs of actors up on the board, and here they are. Jack Warner and Peter Byrne, 1955. Douglas Henschel and Alison O'Donnell, 2013. John Thaw and Kevin Whately, 1987. Michael Kitchen and Honeysuckle Weeks, 2002. Idris Elba and Dermot Crowley, 2010. Amanda Burton and William Gaminara, 1996. And David Tennant and Olivia Colman, 2013. I'll read those pairs of actors one last time. Jack Warner and Peter Byrne, Douglas Henschel and Alison O'Donnell, John Thaw and Kevin Whately, Michael Kitchen and Honeysuckle Weeks, Idris Elba and Dermot Crowley, Amanda Burton and William Gaminara, and David Tennant and Olivia Colman. There we are. Chris, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself.
I'm a stores manager for a construction firm, but I also own a tattoo studio.
Very good.
Actually, in my spare time, me and my wife dance, ballroom and Latin.
Hang on, what do you mean spare time? Where's this spare time come from? Yeah. So, but the ballroom's going well, is it? The Latin?
Yeah, we compete to make the finals in Blackpool. We made the final last year. We've already qualified for the grand final in Blackpool this year, so yeah.
Wow. I tell you, if you get through to the finals this year, you should tattoo your numbers onto your backs.
I will, yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Nice touch. OK, there you are, 56. If you can score 43 or less, through you go to the next round.
I do know Idris Elba is in a show called Luther, so I'm going to take a punt at that.
OK, Idris Elba, Dermot Crowley, you're going to say Luther. Let's see if that's right. Here's your red line. Can you get below that with Luther? Let's find out. It absolutely is Luther. Pretty good. Look at that. Down to 44. You needed 43. That puts you on 100. I think you've done enough there, Chris.
Very well played. 36th in the poll. Idris Elba playing John Luther in that series.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Leslie, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Leslie.
I'm a legal secretary working conveyancing. Been in the same firm pretty much since 92.
In Norwich, the firm?
Yes.
Or, yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. So what do you like getting up to when you're not doing your conveyancing?
I do a bit of cycling, not very well, but yeah, I do enjoy cycling.
Nice thing about cycling in Norfolk, it's nice and flat.
People think that. It's not as flat
I
as you
walked
think.
into that one, didn't I? I see. OK.
Yeah, no.
OK, there we are.
It's nice to have a trundle.
Very good. OK, now, Leslie, you're on 100. What we're looking for from you at this stage is a pointless answer.
Yes, I know a few of them. I'm going to go for Amanda Burton and say Silent Witness.
Silent Witness, Amanda Burton and William Gaminara. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. I mean, you're joint high scorers, so there's no red line for you here. But let's see how many of our 100 people said Silent Witness. It's right. Look at that, down it goes to 15. Very well done indeed. 115 is your total.
Yeah, they've done 22 series of Silent Witness up to 2019. Of course, Amelia Fox took over as the lead in about 2004.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Emma, welcome back. Good to have you with us once again. Remind us all about yourself.
So I'm a civil engineer based in London. Been working for about 3 years now, mainly in construction.
Emma, tell me something surprising about yourself.
I once spent 3 months in a tent in Madagascar.
That's fun. What were you doing there?
I was working with an NGO, doing various bits and pieces around southeast Madagascar.
Did the tent move?
It did move, yeah.
On a daily basis?
Intentionally.
Yes, yes, that's what I mean. I mean, so every day you'd pack
Not
up
every day, no. It was just, because obviously it's an NGO, you don't want to spend money on a hotel, so wherever you're based, you camp, because it's cheaper.
Yeah. I suppose you learned to love living in a tent.
Yeah, it was surprisingly nice after. Even after 2 months, it was fine.
Well, there
3
we are.
months.
Very
started
nice.
to get a little bit difficult.
Yeah. OK, there you are. You're on 65. 49 or less gets you into the next round. What are you going to go for?
I don't know any of them, and I'm just trying to match series I remember my mum watching with sort of roughly the years. So I'm going to guess John Thor and Kevin Whately, Taggart.
I can't decipher that sound. I wonder what that means. Anyway, there's your red line. Let's see what happens when we say Taggart to that show with John Thor and Kevin Whately. Bad luck, Emma. I'm afraid that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 165.
Yeah, afraid not, Emma. Oh, you didn't like that, did you? Oh, won't having that at all. I'll fill in all the correct answers at the end of the pass.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Colin, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you with us. I believe you're from Liverpool.
Yes, from Liverpool, yeah.
Tell us all about yourself.
I basically work for Merseyrail, which is the local train network. One of the best in the country, by the way.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I think from you. But yes, go on.
Yeah, so it's basically looking after the station, looking after the people, making sure they're safe, travelling safe.
That's nice. OK, now, Colin, this board is all yours. You are through to the next round, by the way. It doesn't matter what you score.
I'd just like to thank you for that, because I had not a clue of any of them.
OK.
I genuinely believe you work at a railway station now. You know, when you go up and say, any clue when the next train's going to be? No, not a thing. Not a clue.
I could have a crack at the first one.
Go on.
Dixon of Dock Green.
OK.
I'll go with it.
OK, let's see. Dixon of Dock Green. Is that right for the top one there? The Jack Warner and Peter Byrne. No red line for you. You're already through. But let's see. Dixon of Dock Green. It is Dixon of Dock Green. Absolutely is. Look at that. And down it goes. Still going down, Colin. There we are. Down to 29. Taking your total up to 64. The lowest total of the round, I might add.
Very well played. It's a lovely answer. Shall we go down the board? Douglas Henschel and Alison O'Donnell. This is the best answer on the board. Shetland. That would have scored you 7 points. Now, John Thor and Kevin Whately, what is that? Morse. Exactly right, which came #1 on the poll.
Oh, I'm so pleased it did. So it should have.
Not only did that come #1, the kind of prequel to it, Endeavour, came 4th, and Lewis, which obviously is the spin-off, came 12th, so it did very well.
Wow.
57 points, though, for Inspector Morse. Now, this next one came 2nd on the list. Michael Kitchen and Honeysuckle Weeks.
Foyle's War.
Foyle's War, yeah, which I never used to watch. Now I want to watch it if it came 2nd on the list. 11 points for that. And David Tennant and Olivia Colman?
Broadchurch.
Broadchurch. And that would have scored 43.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Well, we find ourselves at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. And that pair, I'm so sorry, Emma and Gareth, it's another first-round departure from you. I'm not sure that goes with the grain of things, but anyway, there it is. That's how the cookie crumbles. It's been lovely having you on the show, albeit briefly, but thank you so much for playing, Emma and Gareth.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. There we are, down to 3 pairs. Very well done. Oh, Leslie, you were our lowest individual scorer in that round. Very strong performance from you. And our guys here, Colin and Scott, our lowest combined scorers, actually. So very well done on the near podium. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is US politics. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many surnames of US presidents and vice presidents that contain no repeated letters as they could. Richard?
Yeah, exactly that. Essentially, just surnames that don't have the same letter twice anywhere in the name. So all the letters have to be different in the names. That's up to April 2019, please.
Thank you very much indeed. Colin?
Clinton.
OK, you're going to go for Clinton. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Clinton. Oh, I'm sorry, Colin. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points.
2 N's, I'm afraid, Colin. Sorry.
Thanks very much. Now, Leslie, any US president or vice president with no repeated letters in their surnames?
I'm going to play it safe and go Nixon.
OK. Let's see what happens when we say Nixon. Yep, I'm afraid that's another 100-pointer there. 100 points for Nixon.
So far, we're playing an absolutely sensational round of US presidents with 2 N's in their surname.
Thank you, Richard. Chris?
I'm hoping my spelling's not going to let me down. I think I'm right in saying Bush.
Hang on.
Oh.
OK, let's find out. How many of our 100 people said Bush? 90. 90 for Bush, but well done. Right.
2 Bushes. So really, you should have scored 180. So...
well, thank you very much. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. Just the 2 scores between the 3 pairs. 90, the best score of the part, Chris. Yeah, very good indeed. Strong there. And 100 is where we find Leslie and Holly and Colin and Scott. So basically, it's Holly versus Scott, I would suggest, to see who stays and who leaves at the end of this round. Best of luck to you. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So, Dan, remember, we are looking for any presidents or vice presidents of the US with no repeated letters in their surname.
OK. I am going to go for Garfield.
Garfield.
Yeah.
Garfield.
I did that in my head a lot.
Garfield. That's good. I mean, that's good. I think. Let's find out. OK, here is your red line. Can you get below that red line with Garfield, even this early in the second pass? It's right. Look at that. Down it goes to 5. Very well done indeed. 95. You are through to the head-to-head. Very well played, Dan.
Yes, president for a very short time, James Garfield. But yeah, it really feels like it's got a repeated letter in it, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Even now, I'm not certain.
The ball is wrong.
Oh, thank you very much, Richard. Now, Holly.
Hi.
Holly. What are we going to go for?
I'm going to go for Truman.
Truman. OK, Truman, says Holly. No red line for you as you're currently joint high scorers, but let's see how many of our 100 people said Truman. It's right. It's good. Down it goes to 15. 15. 115 is your total.
Yeah, president from 1945 and vice president before that, Truman.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, Scott, you have a target, which is 14 or less.
Considering I know pretty much nothing about American politics, I'm going to go for Ronald Reagan.
OK, Reagan.
Reagan, yeah.
Reagan, says Scott. Here is your red line. It's quite low. Can you get below this red line with Reagan? Let's see how many of our 100 people said Reagan.
Whoa. 200.
Bad luck, Scott. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200.
Yeah, 2 A's, I'm afraid, in Reagan.
Thank God for that.
I tell you, that's when you know you got a good mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1. 2-1 for the
No,
team
what
there,
it means,
didn't
on the way home on the train, he won't give me loads about it.
I've heard your train is delayed. I'm so sorry there, so sorry. Now, shall we look at the pointless answers? All the pointless answers are vice presidents. I'll take you through some low-scoring presidents. Madison, Harding, Grant and McKinley would have scored you 5 points. Hayes would have scored you 3. Polk would have scored you 2. Taylor would have scored you 2 as well. Let's take a look at some of these vice presidential surnames. Well done if you said Barclay, Calhoun, Colfax, Curtis, Dawes, Hamlin. Sound like firms of solicitors, don't they? Hendricks, much more recent one, Walter Mondale there, and Sherman as well with pointless answers. Very well done if you said any of those.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Well, we find ourselves at the end of our second round. That means we have to say goodbye to another pair. And Scott and Colin, I'm so sorry. You are our high-scoring pair, newest members of the 200 Club. We will see you again next time. Look forward to that very much. Meantime, thanks very much for playing, Scott and Colin.
Cheers.
But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for our head-to-head. Congratulations, Dan and Chris, Leslie and Holly. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, currently standing at £2,000. Well, this is exciting. Head-to-head, first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. This is interesting. Leslie and Holly. Holly, first round, you scored 100. Leslie scored 15. Second round, Leslie scored 100. You scored 15. Wow. Ponder on that. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns 1990s fashion.
Yep, 5 pictures here of fashions that were popular in the 90s, as well as alternate letters of the names. Can you tell us what they are, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 fashion clues from the 90s, and here they come. We have got A, PDL-UHR. B, TTO-COE. C, CNATANR. D, BCEHT. And E, DNAES. There we are, 5 hot fashions from the 90s. Now then, Dan and Chris, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first. OK, Dan and Chris, how are we feeling?
Yeah, so we're going to go for A, pedal pushers.
Pedal pushers. Say Dan and Chris, pedal pushers. Now then, Leslie and Holly, do you fancy talking us through the rest of that board?
Well, we've got B, which is a tattoo choker. You've got C, which is, I think, canvas trainer, or trainers. Then there's bucket hat and dungarees. So...
I'm going to go B.
Yeah, we're going to go B, I think, for tattoo choker.
Tattoo choker, B. So we have pedal pushers, tattoo choker. Dan and Chris went for pedal pushers for A. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. 65, though. Quite a popular answer there. Leslie and Holly, meanwhile, have gone for tattoo choker for B. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said tattoo choker. It's right. And it beats pedal pushers. Down it goes to 26. Very well done indeed, Leslie and Holly. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Very well played. It's not a real tattoo.
No.
No, it's just supposed to mimic one. C, you're quite right, is canvas trainers. It's the best answer up there as well, actually. Would have scored you 21 points. D, that is Mick Head from the band Shack, and he is wearing a bucket hat, which would have scored 22. And the biggest scorer on the board, dungarees, of course, which would have scored 84. Do you know who's wearing the pedal pushers there? Anyone? For an extra bit of 90s kudos?
No, I don't.
Posh Spice.
Is it really?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
How about that?
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, here comes your second question. Ooh, Dan and Chris, you have to win this one to stay in the game, but Leslie and Holly get to answer it first, so good luck. Our second question is all about film franchises. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 sets of titles now from various film franchises, but we've missed out the name of the film franchise in each. What are those franchises?
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our 5 sets of films. Here they come. Escape from the Blank, 1971. War for the Blank, 2017. Blank and the Temple of Doom, 1984. Blank and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 2008. Blank the Meltdown, 2006. Blank Dawn of the Dinosaurs, 2009. Blank Revenge of the Fallen, 2009. And Blank Age of Extinction, 2014. And Blank Beyond Thunderdome, 1985. Blank Fury Road, 2015. I'll read those all again. Escape from the Blank, 1971. War for the Blank, 2017. Blank and the Temple of Doom, 1984. Blank and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 2008. Blank the Meltdown, 2006. Blank Dawn of the Dinosaurs, 2009. Blank Revenge of the Fallen, 2009. And Blank Age of Extinction, 2014. And Blank Beyond Thunderdome, 1985. And Blank Fury Road 2015. Leslie and Holly, you will go first.
We are going to go for the bottom one, Mad Max.
Mad Max for the bottom one, say Leslie and Holly. OK, now then, Dan and Chris, do you fancy talking us through the rest of that board?
So we think the top one is Planet of the Apes. The second one is Indiana Jones. The third one maybe is Ice Age. I don't. The fourth one maybe, I don't know, X-Men or something like that. I think we're going to go for the top one, Planet of the Apes.
OK, Planet of the Apes for the top one. So we have Mad Max and we have Planet of the Apes. Leslie and Holly have gone for Mad Max for the bottom one, Beyond Thunderdome, Fury Road. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Mad Max. Down that goes 53. 53 for Mad Max. Dan and Chris, meanwhile, have gone for Planet of the Apes for the top one. Escape from the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes. How many people said that? That's right. And it wins you the point. Just what you needed, guys. You're back in the game. 32 for that, which means after 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yeah, when Planet of the Apes first came out, there was no Oscar category for makeup, and they invented a special honorary one for makeup for John Chambers for his work on Planet of the Apes, because it was so extraordinary.
Wow.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, shall we fill in the rest of these? You're quite right about Indiana Jones. You're quite right to avoid it as well. So it would have scored 68. The Meltdown and Dawn of the Dinosaurs, absolutely right, was Ice Age. Would have scored 30. The best answer on the board, though, is Revenge of the Fallen, Age of Extinction, which is Transformers. That would have scored you 20 points. Well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, it all comes down to the third question, the decider. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final to play for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about former names of chemical elements.
Yep, we're going to give you 5 former names of chemical elements now. We're also going to give you their chemical symbol and a little clue about them too. Can you name the modern-day names of these elements, please?
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our clues to old names for chemical elements. And here they come. Natrium, Na, abundant in nature in compounds, especially in salt. Stibium, Sb, found in small quantities. It's used in the electronics industry to make semiconductors. Ferrum, Fe, the most used of all metals, despite easily reacting with oxygen to form rust. Stannum, Sn, its English name is the shortest of any element in the periodic table. And aurum, Au, lustrous and extremely valuable metal, often found as nuggets and grains in rock. Let's have those again. Natrium, Na, abundant in nature in compounds, especially in salt. Stibium, Sb, found in small quantities. It's used in the electronics industry to make semiconductors. Ferrum, Fe, the most used of all metals, despite easily reacting with oxygen to form rust. Stannum, Sn, its English name is the shortest of any element in the periodic table. And aurum, Au, lustrous and extremely valuable metal, often found as nuggets and grains in rock. There we are. Now then, Dan and Chris, you will go first.
We're going to go for the top one, sodium.
Sodium, say Dan and Chris for Na. Now then, Leslie and Holly, do you fancy talking us through the rest of that board?
We don't know many of them. Ferrum is iron. And I'm assuming the bottom one is gold. Should we go for gold? Iron's not going to win it.
Yeah, go on then.
We'll go gold for the bottom.
Going for gold. OK, so we have sodium and we have gold. Dan and Chris said sodium. Let's see if that is right for natrium. It is. It is right, and it takes you down to 43. Not bad. Leslie and Holly have gone for gold for aurum. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said gold. Gold is right. 58 for gold, which means very well done indeed. Dan and Chris, worth waiting for, but finally you get there. After 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Well played, everybody. Great head-to-head there. You knew iron. It's a better answer, but only by 1. 57 points for iron. Now, what do you think the shortest name of any element of the periodic table is? Shorter than iron. So 3-letter...
Tin.
Tin, yeah, would have scored 15 points. A very good answer. And the best answer on the board, 7 points. If you said antimony.
Antimony.
7 points. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. Leslie and Holly, it's you, but you're going to be back next time, which is great news for us. We'll look forward to that very much. Meantime, thank you very much for playing, Leslie and Holly. But for Dan and Chris, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Dan and Chris. You've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,000. There we are. Oh, well done, well done. Getting closer and closer, head-to-head last time, through to the final this time. Very satisfying indeed. Chris, I'm thinking maybe a pointless column down one or maybe both arms. What do you think?
Arranged if you want that.
No, not for me, for you. For you.
He's already got one.
I've already... Yeah. Now, what do you want to see come up in this last round?
Music, film, I guess that's what would come up. Tattoo. Is there a tattoo type? Strictly Come Dancing?
Some sort of
Don't bring that up now.
Yeah, something current.
OK, so, as you know, you get to choose from the 4 we put up on the board. Let's hope there's something there that you feel you can have a crack at. Today's selection is Brit Award winners in the 2010s, A Star Is Born casts, Mars, and Grand National horse races in the UK and Ireland. What do you think?
So, I'm thinking, I don't know anything about the last 3.
No, the one that stood out right from the beginning, Brit Award winners in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's our best shout.
I mean, there's nothing... Yeah, absolutely.
OK, Brit Award winners in the 2010s.
OK, very best of luck, gents. So from 2010 to 2019 inclusive, we're looking for anyone who won Best British or Best International Group, Best British or Best International Male Solo Artist, Best British or Best International Female Solo Artist. So from 2010 to 2019, the British or international winners of any of those 3 categories.
Thanks very much. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win the jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. You don't have to answer all 3 categories, just focus on whichever category you like the look of. Are you ready? OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, so for group winners, I'm thinking something like Black Eyed Peas,
Little Mix. What was that?
Is it international group winners?
British or international for all of them.
It's a Little Mix. What's the...
Who's the guy?
Clean Bandit, maybe? So.
Yeah, yeah. Who's the big guy? Who's currently...
Oh, yeah. I can picture him.
Yeah.
So far, we're thinking...
You know, it's going to be Ed Sheeran, isn't it? And want to avoid them sort of people.
Yes. George Ezra, would he be...
No, but again, he's going to be too...
It's going to be big. So...
10 seconds left.
So Black Eyed Peas, so... Are we Black Eyed... Was that too big? Clean Bandit?
Yeah.
Can you stick that in there? Clean Bandit and...
OK, that is your time up. I now need your 3 answers. What are you going to give me?
Yeah.
That's all we've got. Yeah, let's go.
Should we go for that?
Yeah.
What have we got?
Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas.
And Clean Bandit.
And Clean Bandit.
Yeah.
Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I'm thinking maybe Clean Bandit.
OK,
yeah.
Clean Bandit we put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas. Jason Derulo goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We've got the Black Eyed Peas, we've got Jason Derulo, and we've got Clean Bandit. Well, 3 good answers on the board there. Who knows if they're right, who knows if they're pointless, but if one of them turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot, 2,000 quid, that'd be a nice little prize to take home. What would you like to do with that, Dan?
I suppose, I guess, take my son and my partner off to our first foreign holiday since he's been born, since
That would be very nice. Very nice indeed. Chris, how about you?
I'd be the same. I'll take my family on a holiday. My daughter's already asked to be taken to a potato bar in Thailand for some reason, so...
A potato bar?
Yeah.
It must be an amazing potato bar. Very exciting. Well, listen, best of luck. Let's hope one of these three answers will take you off on those holidays. Your first answer was the Black Eyed Peas. In this case, we were looking for any group winners in Brits of the 2010s. If this is pointless, you leave here with £2,000. How many people said the Black Eyed Peas? Oh, an incorrect answer. Let's not dwell on that. Let's move to your second answer, Jason Derulo. In this case, we're still with the Brit Awards. We're now looking for male solo artist winners. If Jason Derulo is right and is pointless, you leave here with £2,000. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Jason Derulo. No! I'm afraid another incorrect answer. But we now come to your preferred answer, Clean Bandit. This is the answer you thought was probably your best shot at a pointless answer. Let's see if Clean Bandit is pointless again. We're looking for group winners in the Brit Awards of the 2010s. If Clean Bandit's pointless, £2,000 is yours. How many people said it? No! Oh, bad luck, bad luck. Well, that was a tough category, but I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer. I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do win a pointless trophy each, and it's been fabulous having you on the show, so thanks so much, Dan and Chris.
And they all look like good guesses as well,
don't they?
Didn't they? Yeah. And Black Eyed Peas and Clean Bandit have both been nominated before, but have never won. Jason Derulo not been nominated. I'm going to take you through the answers in all the categories. They will all look obvious, but in that 60 seconds, it's very, very difficult. Let's take a look, shall we, at the groups. A couple of international winners up the top, Daft Punk and Foo Fighters. A couple of British bands, Gorillaz and Kasabian. You also could have had A Tribe Called Quest, Arcade Fire, Tame Impala, the Black Keys and the Carters. It's Beyonce and Jay-Z. Those were all pointless answers. Well done if you said any of those. The male solo artist winners. Again, you're going to know all the names. Dizzy Rascal would have won you the money. Kendrick Lamar, Pharrell Williams, both international solo artists. Plan B, also CeeLo Green and Frank Ocean. Those would have won you the money. And 4 pointless answers for the female solo artist winners. And they are Lana Del Rey, Laura Marling and Lily Allen. They both won Best British Female Solo Artist, and Lorde at the bottom as well. And those are the only pointless answers there. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard, and thanks so much, Dan and Chris. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £3,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.